Volanguela o veteranu, ako itabua. Ako do talitay na barong na Bula FM, nambandua na sir.
Bula, alang gono iluto ka, dutalita ka ng Bula FM, berarti ni nambang dua sir.
Ni Bula binaka, nanreking ko sa Bula FM nga, nakasi.
Nalang ko sa mundo achievyo ng Bula FM, nambang dua na sir, nusur.
Ni Bula binaka, nalang ko Jerry, yang may lambasa. Ang do barong ng Bula FM, nambandua.
Bula FM, nambandua na sir.
In the news tonight, Bainimarama says sustainable finance must be provided. The Aquaman supports climate change fight. And many breast cancer cases go undetected.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spade.
Sustainable finance must be provided on the basis of climate vulnerability, says Fiji's Prime Minister Voreqe Bainimarama. Speaking at the high-level meeting on the midterm review of the Samoa Pathway, Bainimarama joined leaders in calling on the international community to mobilize additional development finance from all sources and at all levels to support small island developing states. Eleanor Tarangaivu reports.
Speaking as chairman of the Pacific Small Islands Developing States, Fiji's Prime Minister Voreqe Bainimarama stressed the need to expand the available pool of finance for the climate change-affected islands.
Our progress will mean nothing if we do not address the climate crisis. That effort requires we strike a balance between building resilience and debt sustainability.
In Fiji's case, Bainimarama says the country has already listed the first sovereign green bond, is planning for a blue bond and a shipping bond, and working with the Green Climate Fund to leverage the Asian Development Bank to support a bigger climate-resilient water project in Suva. But he says this is not enough.
We need developed country governments to rethink the way they provide assistance to developing countries to include the provision of loan or risk guarantees as a means of encouraging private sector investment. We need more blended finance.
Bainimarama adds that institutions such as the World Bank and the Asian Development Bank should place the implementation of the Sustainable Development Goals over immediate investment returns.
Concessional finance and even zero-interest loans or loans that are linked to meeting the Sustainable Development criteria must all be on the table, as well as broadening debt for nature swaps to include debt for sustainable development or debt for climate swaps.
The Samoa Pathway is a 10-year program of action adopted in Samoa in 2014 to promote international assistance to the unique set of challenges faced by small islands and developing states. The high-level midterm review brings together leaders to discuss its progress. Eleanor Tarangaivu, FBC News.
Hollywood actor Jason Momoa has joined Fiji's Prime Minister Voreqe Bainimarama and other small island developing states to urge for action to address the devastating impact of climate change on the island nations. Momoa was among the panel of speakers during the opening session of the high-level meeting on midterm review of the Samoa Pathway.
Hollywood actor Jason Momoa siding with small island developing states that despite contributing very little to practically nothing to global warming, they are paying the highest price.
The greatest threat to small island developing states is the fact that entire islands are drowning into the sea due to the enormous volume of emissions generated by the first world countries. Island nations contribute the least to this disaster, but are made to suffer the weight of its consequences.
Momoa warned that bringing irreversible damage to the earth could mean bringing the damage to ourselves, and painted a horrible picture of mankind's abuse of the environment.
The oceans are in a state of emergency. Entire marine ecosystems are vanishing with the warming of the seas. And as the waste of the world empties into our waters, we face the devastating crisis of plastic pollution. We are a disease that is infecting our planet. From the atmosphere to the abyssal zone, we are polluted.
The Hawaii native called out governments and corporate entities who he says know what is needed to be done but continue to watch with no sympathy as the climate catastrophe unfolds.
But we are watching, and the people will hold our governments and corporate powers accountable for the destruction you are allowing to our environment.
The star of the 2018 movie Aquaman ended his speech with an aloha and then made a triangle hand gesture and yelled,
Kukiai Mauna!
which to those on Hawaii Island know to be a show of support for the effort to stop the construction of a 30-meter telescope on Mauna Kea. Eleanor Turangawiu, FBC News.
The number of people diagnosed with breast cancer is steadily increasing and many cases still go unreported. Health Minister Dr. Ifiremi Wangai-Nambete has confirmed that around 300 cases of breast cancer is recorded every year. Of this, around 5 to 6 cases involve men. Kritika Kumar reports.
The Health Minister has reiterated that awareness for breast cancer should not be limited to women only.
Yes, so the world incidence is 1:100, so you would expect about 2 to 3 men. But we actually see about 1:50, so about 5 to 6 men a year in Fiji.
The minister also highlighted the age group in which they see more cancer cases.
What it is mostly, for those who have breast cancer women, it's mostly around 40, 50 to 60. We have seen some women who are younger than that. We've seen some women who are older than 70, but that's predominantly the age group that they, and that's in keeping what's been seen around the world.
Oncology specialist Dr. Simon Allen says earlier detection is important for better treatment.
For breast cancer, I think in Fiji, the best thing is to talk about it, get earlier diagnosis, be worried about any abnormal lump in the breast, find out from the Cancer Society how to self-examine, but really not to be afraid. The earlier that comes to light, the better treatments can be and the outcome is much brighter.
Meanwhile, the health minister highlighted that breast cancer is the most common type of cancer in Fiji, followed by cervical cancer, and there are some lung cancer cases, but not as much as it being seen in the rest of the world. Kritika Kumar, FBC News.
Nalemba College from Mombasa has been selected out of the many schools in Fiji for a study tour to Japan. The team travelling will stay with Japanese families and visit schools and communities to observe how they maintain a healthy lifestyle. Kritika Kumar reports 3 other Pacific Island countries are part of the study tour group, which includes Samoa, Tonga and Tuvalu.
2 students, a parent and a teacher are part of the team that won the competition organized for the health promoting schools in Fiji and will be visiting Japan.
Whatever knowledge we are going to gain from Japan, we are going to bring it back to our school and our community as a whole, even our nation as a whole.
Year 9 student Sanyogita Sanjini wishes to support in the development of healthy food environment and promote physical activity.
I'm going to advocate on the findings in my school and community as a whole by doing presentations involving the entire students and showing videos that will be captured while doing physical activities.
Meanwhile, Posedi Balika Savu, a Year 10 student, is keen to learn the Japanese lifestyle.
I'm looking forward for this trip to Japan to gain my knowledge in many ways. Upon staying in Japan, we're going to learn some diet and physical activity of Japanese people and their eating habits.
This is an initiative of Ministry of Education, Ministry of Health and World Health Organization. The team will be travelling to Japan next week, Tuesday. Kritika Kumar, FBC News.
Up ahead, Kumar says developing recreational facilities is vital and wastewater management a challenge. Details after the break.
Hi, Bula. I'm Selai from Nandi. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Hi, my name is Sotiama here in Ba. We love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bula, I'm Miri. I'm from Lotoka and I love Gold FM because they play all my classic hits.
Hi, my name is Fiona from Tavua and I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Hi, I'm Ini from Rakiraki. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
The Walk On Walk Strong Foundation continues to mark their milestones, today celebrating the 10th birthday of Ali Ivo Marama, as well as a day of fun and spoils for other kids with cancer. Whilst founder Sina Kami says the monthly milestone is made possible with some corporate organisations taking time and their resources to make it happen, giving kids, their siblings and parents a day off from the deathly disease. Maggie Boyle with the story.
Families and children with cancer celebrating every year is even more precious.
For WOWS, that's made possible every month with corporate sponsorship.
The program that we have here at ESCO, every month we try to celebrate birthdays with our children, because last month we lost 4 of our children. So for us to celebrate every month, that's something that's very important to us.
Today's celebration honoured 10-year-old Olivia, who was diagnosed with cancer as a baby. His mother says WOWS has been a godsend, with this his very first birthday to actually celebrate.
That time when the doctor tell me Olivia is the cancer, I'm sit down and pray. Jesus, you true. Me go right in my way.
For Asco Motors, it was their way of giving something back to the community.
It's something that we really appreciate, and we love the opportunity that WOWS Kids has given us. Yeah.
Reminding the children and their families to always walk on and walk strong, and that no one fights alone with cancer. Maggie Boyle, FBC News.
The treatment of wastewater in some urban areas is a challenge for the Water Authority of Fiji. Infrastructure Minister Choneo Somate says with the increasing population in the urban areas, so does the wastewater management. Sainiani Boiler reports.
The treatment of wastewater in the Greater Suva area is a challenge given the increasing number of its population, and WEF has put in place programs to address this.
In fact, we are a bit of a challenge in some of our other urban areas about the treatment of waste. So these large projects that we have, this Greater Suva area project, will look at the provision of water and also at fixing up our treatment plants. And you know, the Greater Suva area has almost a third of our population.
Usamate says the Water Authority will also soon construct a new Viria water treatment plant.
This phase, this Viria, is costing us $280 million, but the other phases will also include looking at wastewater. Look at that, improve it, fix the capacity of our waste treatment plants so that they can deal with the things more adequately.
The Viria water treatment project, once completed, will provide clean water and wastewater services to residents in and around the Suvanosori corridor, including Naitasiri, Rewa and Tailevu. Sainiani Boila, FBC News.
Over 100 inmates were part of the Civic Pride Cleanup Campaign program in various divisions around the country this morning. Corrections Service Deputy Commissioner Apimeleki Tauke says the exercise is to create awareness to the public that inmates also have civic duties to undertake. Tauke says the program is also a build-up to their annual Yellow Ribbon Walk, which will be held in Lautoka next month.
The Civic Pride program is just to advocate the importance of our civic duty. As members of the community, we all have a duty to play in ensuring that we contribute towards the maintaining of our towns and cities, the cleanliness of our environment.
Minister for Local Government Pramila Kumar says cities and towns should move away from multi-purpose courts and children's parks as the only places for recreational activities. Speaking to the Lautoka and Bar Special Administrators, she stressed bringing life to recreational areas is vital, as this will have to be enjoyed either during the day or night. Felipe Naikaso has more.
Refreshing ideas need to be brought up and incorporated into recreational activities for cities and towns.
One thing I've noticed, in the last so many months, wherever I went, visiting various municipal councils, when you talk about open space, two things are here: multi-purpose court, children's park. And I'm questioning, when are we going to move beyond those two things? That means we as a service delivery agency, we're not really able to understand the needs of the ratepayers.
The minister stressed that other countries have night markets, live music shows, street food, river shows and expos to attract their people into cities and towns. With teams of special administrators now appointed, Kumar is hoping that creative ideas are proposed.
The way municipal councils operated, say 30, 40 years ago, is being challenged. It is being challenged by the ratepayers. Number of research has been done, and there are new models of governance that is being explored and adopted.
Kumar adds that if these cities and towns attract users day and night, they will also contribute to the economy. Philippe Naikaso, FBC News.
The Ministry of Moms held their second public meeting today at the Fiji Museum in Suva. The informal group of concerned mums and parents have continued to drive home the message for more awareness of drugs and its effects, as well as working on an action plan. In an aim to formalise the group, an executive committee was appointed today with office bearers to ramp up the establishment of a drop-in centre for school-aged children. Moms Secretary Eleanor Chang says they are set on letting their action in the fight against drugs do the talking.
The drop-in centre is our priority at the moment. We've got no safe space for our children to go and somewhere just to give them something different to do here. And obviously for that we need funding, and to get funding we have to organise a formal committee, and that's what we did today.
Ahead in sports, Flying Fijians back at training. And Fiji under-23 lose at home. This and more coming up.
Hi, I'm Shamiza. And I'm Salma. We're from Nandi and we love Mirchi FM because it's hot.
My name is Rajnita Lata and I'm from Vatulaloba. और हम सब मिर्ची FM सुनता है because it's hot. Hi, my name is Vinita. I'm from Lambasa. I love listening to Mirchi FM. It's number one.
हमारा नाम सागर रेड्डी है. हम लोग स्कूल में, हम लोग घर में और कहीं भी रहता हम लोग कल मिर्ची FM सुनता. गोल्ड टाउन तावा में मिर्ची FM दागो मामा.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
The Flying Fijians know what is at stake when they take on Georgia next Thursday. The team is now settling in Otsu after arriving there on Thursday evening following their loss to Uruguay on Wednesday. Head coach John McKee says they need to get their campaign back on track. The team had their first training run today as they had a rest day yesterday.
You know, there's been some serious thinking around the team, and to turn around from our disappointing performance against Uruguay. But we must put that behind us, learn some lessons and get ourselves back on track.
Defending National Rugby Championship champions in the Fiji Airways draw loss to Canberra Vikings 28-41 today in Australia. Johnny Dyer, Eramasi Randrondro, Nathanieli Narikuva and Epeli Randaniva scored for the draw. The win cements Canberra's position in the top four and with 2 home games in the final 2 rounds. But the draw need maximum points in their next 2 games. Newtown has managed to defend the Nasino Rugby Union Challenge Shield today. There was no sign of National Sevens rep Jerry Tawai, but Newtown defeated Tovata 13-3 in the last challenge of the year. Newtown scored a converted try and 2 penalties, while Tovata was on target with a penalty. Newtown will keep the shield for 1 more year after seeing off 7 challenges this year. The Fiji under-23 side today went down 1-0 to Vanuatu in their Group B OFC qualifier at Churchill Park. Both sides started strongly in the match but could not capitalise on opportunities. The match was very physical in the first half as Fiji and Vanuatu were hungry to get on the board. However, just before halftime, Vanuatu's midfielder Claude Aru capitalised on a miscommunication pass between a Fiji defender and goalkeeper Mohamed Alam. Fiji also tried their best to level the score, however they could not finish their moves. Fiji will now take on New Zealand in the first semi-final, while Vanuatu meets Solomon Islands next Wednesday at Churchill Park.
Now we'll need to look forward to the semi-final. It's going to be tough with New Zealand, but nothing can be taken away from the boys. Solomon displayed yesterday that the New Zealand defence can be beaten and goals can be scored. So with that positive note, we'll go ahead and prepare ourselves for New Zealand.
The 2019 Nadi International Airport Volleyball Tournament has been hailed a success. President Joe Gray says that it was also pleasing to see that people from different backgrounds were at the competition, which is what they were also aiming for. Felipe Naikaso has more.
With more than 150 teams from 80 different organizations taking part this year in its 15th year, the president of the tournament says it was a milestone achievement.
Humbled at the turnout. I'm humbled at the diversity that we're able to offer, and the wonderful support from supporters, organizations that have come in with their directors, and the whole competition in itself. It's overwhelming and it's humbling to note.
The tournament was also about healthy living and bringing Fijians together to have fun with their colleagues, friends and families.
Well, it's been an absolute success. We had so much fun today, and the U.S. Embassy was delighted to donate some nets, some balls, and to bring over a 5-time Olympian to be our sports envoy. We had the time of our lives. We loved the energy, loved the enthusiasm, just perfect.
The organizers are also hoping to raise $10,000 towards the WOWS campaign.
It's a fantastic event. I take my hat off to the organisers, to Joe Gray, the president of the tournament. We've got 2 teams in for the first time, 2 mixed teams, men and women, and they're having a great day. So it's a great event.
The tournament is also expected to take place again next year. Philippe Naikaso, FBC News.
The wet weather conditions in Suva today had an impact on Suva Bowling Club's Pineapple Cup. The competition kicked off this morning with the national top bowlers taking part. Even the New Zealand hockey players who are here for the Maras Hockey Tournament also came out to support the local bowlers.
We've got all the big guns from around the country here to try and oust Semesana Seruwat, who is the current holder of the Pineapple Cup competition. And this rain is not that heavy to stop the game.
It's been a quarter of a century, but Canberra icon Ricky Stuart has finally taken the Raiders back to the NRL Grand Final. Stuart was the halfback when the Green Machine last won the premiership against Canterbury in 1994. And in weather, it was cloudy periods with some showers over the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands. In the west, fine apart from possible afternoon or evening showers. Now eastwards from Pacific Harbour to Suva, cloudy periods with showers. And up north, fine apart from afternoon or evening showers with the possibility of thunderstorms. At sea, it's a high-pressure system to the southwest of the group directs a fresh to strong southeast wind flow over the Fiji waters. Now for the tides, low tide is at 11:40 p.m. with high tide at 5:45 a.m. tomorrow. Sunrise will be at 6:03 a.m. For tomorrow, it's occasional showers with isolated thunderstorms and heavy falls over most places. Showers becoming frequent over most places. And looking further on to Monday, now rain expected in major centres. Recapping the main stories for tonight, Bainimarama says sustainable finance must be provided on the basis of climate vulnerability. The Aquaman supports climate change fight, and many cancer cases go undetected. For these stories and others, tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. Our poll question this week we're asking, should match officials who make blunders at Rugby World Cup be severely reprimanded? Visit our FBC website to answer. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj, via Facebook page FBC News, or our Twitter page at FBC_news. Or you can simply hashtag FBC News. That was your FBC News for tonight. From the team and I, stay safe, stay warm. Good night.
Natango merea maramani waya manatuya sawa aweti kitukutunde nandi ya ndo marata kana baronga na radio Fiji One.
Yawa asna vatili yawa maga Monica. Tondo baronga vale bona doma ibiti lambasa.
Bula natango aprosa ngarse ngor kraki do televio na baronga na radio Fiji One na doma ibiti. Natango tsani bukia ngoni na mosi ando taleta kana baronga na radio Fiji One na doma ibiti su.